Don't hold the bottom of the mic, it makes it fuzzy.
Thank you. I've been sleeping with a CPAP machine for about a decade now, so I recently asked it to marry me. But I almost didn't ask because CPAP machines are very loud. Thankfully, I can drown it out by playing brown noise on repeat, which is like a more soothing version of white noise. But that track is only a few minutes long, so it gets played hundreds of times every night, which has convinced the algorithm that brown noise is my favorite song of all time. So when I recently had some friends over and asked my HomePod to play us some music, it started out with some great songs. But then within 15 minutes, that real music turned into shh. My friends took this as a super passive-aggressive hint that they should leave. And while I am a Minnesotan, that level of passive aggression is beyond even my abilities. More technology isn't always better. For instance, paper towel machines are too smart for their own good these days. Like, we used to have to pump paper towels, which wasn't ideal, but we at least had complete control over the pace. Nowadays, we no longer need to pump, but the pace is entirely dictated by the paper towel machine. And we still have to wave our hand each time, so how much effort are we really saving? Having said that, I'm still hesitant to issue any formal complaints against these modern paper towel machines, because I don't want anybody to replace them with hand dryers. After all, even a shitty paper towel machine doesn't sound like somebody just turned on a vacuum cleaner in the restroom. And as slow as these modern paper towel machines are, they're still faster than blow dry machines. So as much as I hate these modern paper towel machines, my complaints against them are ironically nothing but hot air. We have no choice but to share our world with bugs, because apparently the all-wise creator of the universe thought that humans and mosquitoes would really hit it off together. Granted, mosquitoes at least seem to like us humans, but if I heard that all bugs were wiped out overnight, I wouldn't skip a beat. In fact, it wouldn't bug me at all. Fireworks were invented over 1,000 years ago, yet a surprising number of people still seem to enjoy them. I would personally argue that they're outdated at this point, although that obviously hasn't stopped religion. Because we have electricity now, so whenever I hear somebody get excited about fireworks, I assume that they also light their home with candles. But despite being ancient, fireworks appear to be here to stay. For example, I recently went to a St. Paul Saints home game, and despite the Saints losing, they still gave us a fireworks show at the end, which felt like we were celebrating the loss. So now I'm wondering, when a St. Paul Saint dies, does their funeral end with confetti dropping on all of the attendees? American Coke will soon be made with real sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. But that means that American Coke and Mexican Coke will be identical. So how will our government know which Coke to persecute? Not that they've been overly concerned with that difference thus far. Trump wants the Washington Commanders to change their name back to the Redskins, which is strange because I thought that Trump preferred orange skin. People are so lonely these days that if you ding-dong ditch them, they'll murder you in cold blood. Which means that the only kids that aren't at risk are the Backstreet Boys, because they would never play games with one's heart. So if you're going to ding-dong dish somebody, then you better knock on wood. Although if that knocking keeps you at the front door for longer than necessary, then that may be bad advice. I've never been an ass man, and I think I know why. Because when I was coming of age, the internet speeds were rather poor, which meant that pornography would slowly load from the top down, and I would never last long enough to see anything below the waist. Some would say that's premature ejaculation, although I was by no means mature yet, so how else was I supposed to ejaculate? Thank you, four of you. I'm Dan Huso, and I relinquish my time.
Yay!